I first heard about Master Your Message through a training that I did, a coaching experience with another therapist who had been really successful in private practice when I was prepping to get started building my own group practice. And I figured if she is using this company, they must be great. So I set up a consultation with Master Your Message, and from the jump, they were awesome. I feel like the team is super personable. They're quick, they're detailed, they get it. I am someone who has kind of chaotic ideas, or it's hard for me to pin down exactly what I'm wanting or to express it effectively. And they have helped me to create not one, not two, but three gorgeous websites. I'm also a really picky provider. I don't stick with vendors long because, to be honest, I feel like a lot of people charge a lot of money and they're not worth what they're charging, and I could do the job equally as well myself. But Master Your Message and Heather and Taylor and their team is absolutely an exception to that. They're one of the few vendors that I've utilized from before the start of my business. They've been there for me the whole way. I've learned so much from them. We've built both an insurance-based mental health practice website, a private pay, specialized boutique website, and as mentioned, a rebrand. So with them, and they just handle it. Not only do they create beautiful work that leads to compliments all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from folks like, your website is so gorgeous, or your SEO is so good. And that's not even their primary specialization, but they've taught me so much so that I can navigate things myself. Their prices are totally fair for the product that they give, and then some. I imagine they could charge more. I feel like they're just really lovely people, and also it's very clear they care about doing a good job. They're super professional. If something doesn't turn out the way I want it, they are wonderful about fixing it. They never seem put out. I'm so grateful that I found them, and I intend to keep them as part of my back end team for the foreseeable future, for as long as I need support. And we're always needing to add new clinicians to the website, tweak things as time goes on. So I imagine there's always going to be a space and time for them to support. And I kind of keep them as my secret, which probably isn't the most helpful in some regard, but I do feel like I want to keep them as my little secret. So although people ask me for their info at times, I am choosy about who I share that info with. And when I started, I had no idea how to build a website effectively for a business. I wanted to do things right from the jump. I didn't want to have to go back later and make sure the messaging was right, the branding was right, and truly they go out of their way to educate above and beyond, to give feedback on the website if I make changes on the back end about how to be more effective from a marketing or SEO specific standpoint. So I cannot recommend them enough. I think the biggest value that I've received from working with Master Your Message is just confidence that the team is going to do what's best for my business. They really know their stuff. They are able to support in a very niche industry that a lot of people do not have expertise in. And their insight and support has been invaluable. They're one of the few vendors that I've utilized where I don't have to go back and fix things or research why something was done a certain way. The quality is super high. They're such lovely people. Having worked with many vendors over the last few years, working to start and build my business, that's rare.